What's good, you guys? It's your girl Yamila, aka Yams, aka Yams is funny little bring back though. Right now, as you can see from the title, I will be talking about dancers, specifically the topic about the things that you're gonna have to go through if you're considering dancing but you are the only one in your friends group that is dancing. I don't know what I'm gonna call this video yet, but I've got so many DMs on my Instagram about girls that hit me up and say, I want to start dancing, but no one in my friends group ever started dancing, or no one in my life has ever started dancing. How do I go on about this? If you're the only one in your friends group that wants to be a stripper, if you're considering stripping but you don't know how your friends would react, or you don't know how your family would react, the whole life of being an independent stripper and how to go on about that and what to do if you are in this situation. If you're the only one in your friends group that is stripping, you will notice a lot of things. Like, the things that I'd say you need to be aware of is, one, you gotta let go of judgment. Everybody will judge you. Your friends will judge you, your family will judge you. If you have a significant other, that can definitely do a toll in your life as well. Everyone's definition of what a stripper is different. Not everyone thinks the same way. Some people may be very open-minded. Some people won't be very open-minded. Some people will look at you like you're motherfucking crazy, sis. Some people will leave you. Some people are really cautious of who they hang around, especially when you're getting a little bit older. You can't blame them. Like, you have to be cautious about who you hang around, and they might look at you as a bad influence, even though you might not be. But honestly, that just reflects on them. Like, if people decide to leave you because of what you want to do, then let them go. I wouldn't say keep trying to have them back, because if a real one will stay in your life, if they want to stay in your life, like, don't push any relationship or friendship and make them happen because of the things that you decide to do. But it really also reflects on why you want to do it. You have to ask yourself, if you do want to become dancing and you are the first one to start dancing out of your friends and just you don't know anyone else that is dancing, the first thing you want to do is, one, why do you want to become a stripper? Do you want to leave your 9 to 5? Are you tired of making check to check? Are you tired of not being able to have the lifestyle you want? Are you doing it because you need to? Are you doing it because you have a lot of bills that you're behind? Are you doing it because you got bad credit? Like, are you doing it because you're just money hungry? Like, the first thing that I would go on with deciding if you want to be a dancer, or the first step on becoming a dancer, is, why do you want to start dancing? Do you want to start dancing because you see it all the time on Instagram and they influence you to start dancing? Like, why do you want to become a stripper? When it really comes down to becoming a stripper, especially a full-time stripper, you have to be 100% honest with you. Like, is it to build confidence? Do you want to pole dance to impress someone? Do you want to pole dance because you think it's really neat or very exciting? Like, you really have to be 100% honest with yourself and ask yourself, why do you want to start stripping? Now that I've been dancing, I wish I was more aware of my actions back then, because it would just made my path a little bit more easy while I was dancing. And I wish I did have someone to look up to when I started dancing, because a lot of things could have been avoided. Like, I wish I had someone like me to give me these tips, you feel me? So step one is to really figure out why you want to start dancing. So when people ask you, then you got it. When you're finally beginning to start stripping and you don't know anyone, like, it can be very challenging. Not only your friends, but your entire lifestyle, like, it starts to change. Not only do you make your money, but you're gonna have a lot of bad days. Like, when you get in the stripper life, no one's gonna tell you how to hustle. No one's gonna tell you how to make money. No one's gonna hand you a stripper manual book and be like, look, you gotta do this. This is how you get a guy in a VIP room. This is how you get a guy to get a live dance with you. Like, nobody is gonna tell you that. So if you was like me and you had no one to look up to, like, step number one, okay, you got your stripper mom here with a lot of videos on tips on stripping that you can look at, one, okay, you gotta do your research. There's millions of pole videos that you can look on Instagram, that you can look on YouTube, that show you how to do certain pole tricks. There's a lot of tips out there if you just ask. Like, the thing about me in general is I don't like to ask. Like, I'm very introverted and independent, so I would be afraid, especially strangers, especially people I don't know, to ask them for help, to ask them for advice, because I feel like ain't nobody on my side. I grew up thinking that people were never on my side and people were always against me. So me asking for advice was so hard, but I wish I did that. And like, even till this day, I realize like a lot of strippers are straight up rude and disrespectful. They ain't gonna give you no tips, but a lot of females will give you tips, and a lot of other strippers will help you if you ask for it. Like, you never know until you try. You never know until you ask. Like, closed mouths don't get fed. So if you want to start stripping and you are the only one and you have no one else to look up to, then just ask for help. Like, look up my YouTube videos, look up other YouTube videos. You could type in hashtag pole tricks on Instagram. You will find a lot of pole tricks. When it comes to the pole, baby girl, the pole is hard. You got to start going to the gym. You got to start dedicating healthy meals. Like, the thing about dancing in this 100% independent, ain't no one gonna tell you how to hustle or when to hustle. You gotta train your mindset to do that, especially if you're by yourself and you have no one else to influence with you. Like, you gotta really, it's a self-control thing that you have to learn how to tackle. You have to be dedicated every single day to make this money, especially on slow days, especially when you have no one else around you. Like, you will find yourself missing a lot of days hanging out with your friends, and that's also another subject that I'm going to get into, which is my number 3, is you are gonna have to dedicate a lot of time and miss out hanging with your friends. Like, if you really want to be in this game 100% and really make your money and really boss up from this, and I don't know, try to open a business or try to really flip your money with this dancing and this stripper life, then you have to dedicate a lot of time. So especially now in the summer, it's hard. The sun's out, you want to go to the beach, you want to go on vacation, you want to go hang out with your friends, you want to go to these day parties. If this is your only income, like, you have to stay dedicated to the grind, baby girl. Like, if you want to make it, you gotta know that you gotta level out your life and not only start dancing, but also maintain your friendships if they're worth it, okay? Don't listen. 2019 is almost over. Don't waste your time with people that don't matter. So you gotta really know how to balance out your life and know who's worth it in your life and who ain't worth it in your life. You gotta ask yourself, what are your priorities? Label them all out. I like to put them in my notebook and really make sure I have my life organized. When it's hard in the summer to make money, you don't want to end up being a broke bitch. You don't want to hang out with your friends and be like, you ain't got no damn money to go hang out, sis. Sorry, I gotta go work. Like, you don't want to miss on them big events. You need to dedicate certain days to go work, and especially on slow days like in Seattle, where clubs are popping like Vegas and Houston and Miami, whatever. You gotta put in extra work. Like, you could have a schedule and work 3 days of the week, but sometimes those 3 days are gonna be ass. Like, sometimes I find myself working double shifts. Like, I make sure I come in the afternoon shift instead of the night shift to make sure that I make my money in the afternoon shift. And if I don't, then I will do a double shift and work night shift to make sure I reach my goal at the end of the day, because it is important to write down goals and make sure you reach your financial situation that you want to accomplish. So I don't know, I feel like I'm kind of all over in this video, but you sisters know what I'm talking about. If you are the only one in your friends group, just be prepared to be isolated and be prepared to finally, if you aren't already, become independent and dedicate yourself. And starting the stripper life, especially when it comes to making money, eventually you're gonna have all this money. Hopefully you want to make bigger goals for yourself. So you are money-wise, you're probably going to start wanting to spend more money and get more things and make this goal and that goal that you want to reach. So make sure you reach your goals. Like, as long as it takes, at the end of the day, making money to reach your goals is way more important than missing out on a day party, like, or hanging out with your friends for one day. Because your friends, if they're real, They will stick with you along the way. They're not gonna be mad that you missed a day of hanging out to make your money. You might come across certain days that you realize you can't hang out with your friends because you ain't got no damn money. You're gonna have certain days where, you know, you weren't responsible and an important day came up and you just ain't got shit to give out because you wasn't on your grind like it's gonna happen, but it's okay because you are learning the process of being responsible and making that cash and shaking that ass and all that stuff. So be prepared to lose people, like, and be prepared to see people's true colors. Like, if you really want to be a part of the stripper life, and a lot of girls always hit me up and tell me this, like, I don't know how my friends are gonna react. I don't know, especially family, how they're gonna react. Be prepared to see true colors. Not everyone is gonna be by your side, and everyone's gonna keep it real with you. Like, people are gonna start to act weird when they know you have money. When you finally start making money, and especially if you're a genuine person like me, people are gonna try to use you. People are going to say, well, you make more money than me, you should pay. Hold up. This is when you realize that's not fair. Like, just because, can I just say right now, just because you make more money does not mean that you always should have the bill, does not mean that you always should have to pay. If you hang out with other broke bitches, then they gotta fucking go. Like, just because you're making yours, just because you're securing your bag and they're not, don't mean that they ain't responsible for the bill or anything else like that. You're hustling hard. You decided to shake your ass and get booty ass naked to make your money, and they didn't. So guess what? You win and they lose. You decided to risk your body for this. Like, don't let anyone else take away the hard-working money that you worked for. And it is hard-working money because you decided to put into extra effort to make this money. So don't let anyone belittle you and say you ain't even making hard-working money. At the end of the day, money is money. And if they don't like how you're making your money, if they have some type of judgment, if they want to put some label on you, then that's not your friend. So if you're the only one in your life that's about to start dancing or is dancing, or if you're thinking about it, be prepared to see true colors everywhere around you. I done lost all of my old friends because I started dancing, and I done realized who are the real ones in my life because I started dancing. The real people in your life will accept you for your choices and let you do what you want to do, but will give you some tips to make sure you are safe, because the only thing really a friend wants you to be is, 1, be safe, and 2, be happy. That's it. Honestly, I feel like a real friend will let me do anything I want to do as long as I'm happy and as long as I'm safe. Everything else, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. Like, it really doesn't matter. And I say this with all my friends as well. Like, you want to be a hoe, but bitch, use a condom, make sure you're safe, and send me your motherfucking drop hit. Okay? Don't let people judge you. And especially like family. Family is a hard one because it's like you can't get away from them, and especially older folks, they have a whole different lifestyle. A lot of people are not going to understand you. That's the thing that you also have to realize, is a lot of people don't understand you. People always ask me about my family as well. Okay, so my family, I never address this with my family because it's none of their business, but at the end of the day, I know they respect all of my choices and what I do, as long as I come back home and give back to them and make sure they're straight, which I always do. So as long as I get my money and I'm safe, and I go back home and I help my mom, I help her pay her bills, I buy her groceries, so I take care of the family, then whatever I do don't matter because I take care of them and they know I'm good and I'm solid. So that's that on that. Some people decide to tell the family, but some people don't decide to tell the family. That's on you. On my side, I thought it was best that I don't speak on it because some people just personally won't understand, and telling them would just make a bigger chaos for no reason. Some people just won't understand. Some people don't deserve to know. And also, you don't have to tell everyone what you're doing. Why do you have to tell people what you're doing? You get to decide your whole life. You get to decide what you want to share with the world, and you get to decide what you want to keep a secret. Do what's best for you and do what you want to do. But whatever it is that you want to do in your life, whether you want to strip or not strip, or tell people this or tell people that, at the end of the day, the tip that I would just give to you is always stay true to yourself. Always stay true to yourself. Don't listen to what other people think. Don't listen to people's judgment. If you know everyone around you is super judgmental, then just don't tell them. Like, that's on them. That's because you're judgmental. Then I don't felt comfortable, like I just don't feel comfortable telling you, then that's completely fine. If you don't feel comfortable telling people about your stripper life, then that's completely fine as well. Like, keep it a secret. At the end of the day, you're making money for you, not for them. So period. And please don't start dancing to make money for someone else, because boo. Boo. Okay, love yourself, period. But anyways, I believe that is all of my tips. I hope this video was helpful for someone out there that needs these tips. Comment down below and let me know what you think. If you want to start dancing, if you're considering dancing, if you have been dancing, let them know how relatable this video is, because you already know, like I said, like with this dance life, there's really levels to this shit, and I don't see a lot of like detailed stripper tips on YouTube. So I want to be that female that does that, because come on now. Give this video a thumbs up, and until next time, then have a great day. Peace.